Hey boys and girls, this is Mrs. Black, just checking in again. I wanted to go over your 2D and 3D shapes with you today before you do your scavenger hunt. In school, before we let out for the break, we had just finished doing our 2D shapes in Chapter 9 and starting our 3D shapes in Chapter 10. We'll start here by naming the 2D and 3D shapes, and I'd like to show you what the 3D shapes can do before you do your scavenger hunt. So let's take a look at our 2D shapes here. Okay, we've got this one right here that's round in every way. On the count of 3, I'd like you to say the name for that shape. I'm going to go ahead and have my son Brady help us, and on the count of 3, we'll all say what that shape is. Are you ready, Brady? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Circle.
You got it. All right, now we're going to go to this one now. I'll give you a little hint. It has 3 sides, 3 vertices, and I think of tri because tri stands for 3 when you say the name of this shape. 1, 2, 3.
Triangle.
It is a triangle. Awesome. Okay. And now we have a 4-sided shape. It has 2 long sides, 2 short sides, 4 vertices here. Okay. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rectangle.
Yes, a rectangle. And I have a special rectangle that's next. It's in the rectangle family, but all 4 sides are equal. It has 4 sides, 4 vertices. Again, all 4 sides are the same size. Okay, think about it. And 1, 2, 3.
Square.
It is a square. Excellent. Okay. And then we've got one more shape, and this one has the most sides. It has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 vertices. Got it there, Mr. Black? All right, now on the count of 3, tell me what that is. 1, 2, 3.
Hexagon.
It is. All right, look at that, guys. You got them all. Now, I'm going to have Mr. Black zoom in. And I'm going to point to each shape, and I want you to say to someone at home what the name of that 2D shape is, okay? All right, so follow my finger here and name it out loud at home.
That was easy.
I hope that was easy for you. All right, we're moving on to the 3D shapes. So take a look right in front here at the wooden shapes. We're going to start with this one right here. It's round in every way. You can roll it. Okay, you can't stack it. You can't slide it because it doesn't have any flat surfaces, but you can roll it. It looks like a 3-dimensional circle. I want you to think about what that is. And again, on the count of 3, say out loud what it is with us, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Sphere.
Yes, sphere. And that one is the trickiest one to say out of all these shapes that we're going to name. A lot of times kindergartners will say, as I've told you before, they'll say severe. I want you to put an S and an F together to say sphere. Okay, let's try it. Sphere. All right. Now let's move on to this one right here. It also has a rounded part, but it has flat parts too. So if you see here, we've got a flat circular top, flat circular bottom. It's rounded in the middle. Okay, because it has a rounded part in the middle, you can roll it. Okay, because it has flat surfaces on the top and bottom, you can stack it. Even have a little one there like that. Okay. All right, and because it has a flat surface too, you can also slide it. So it can do all 3 things. You can roll it, you can stack it, and you can slide it. Do you remember the name of that shape? All right, think about it, and on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Cylinder.
Oh, you got it. Awesome. That's a hard one to say sometimes too. Way to go, Brady. All right, let's look over here at this 3-dimensional shape. It has all flat surfaces there. It's like we're putting a bunch of squares together, okay, to make this 3-dimensional shape. We have a square at the top and the bottom, and then we have 4 squares going around the side. So it takes 6 squares to put this together, so it has 6 flat surfaces. Now, because it has flat surfaces, I'm able to slide it. Since there's no rounded parts, I can't roll it, okay? But I can stack it because of those flat surfaces. Okay, I can stack it on other shapes. Here we go. All right, let's think of the name of this one. It looks like a box, doesn't it? Like a perfect box. On the count of 3, let's say the name of what that shape is. 1, 2, 3.
Cube.
Yes, indeed, it's a cube. And we are on to our last 3-dimensional shape. Okay, I want you to think about this one as if you were eating some ice cream. Okay, maybe that helps you with the name of it to think of that first. There's a point at the top. It has a flat surface at the bottom. Okay, and it has a rounded part in the middle. So this one can do all 3 things. It just depends on the kind of the shape that you're dealing with here. Is it hollowed out or is it hard and flat at the bottom, okay? So let's look at this. You can slide it because it has a flat surface. You can roll it around the center point because of that rounded part in the middle. See how it rolls right around that point in the center? Yeah. Or you can stack it if you use the flat side, okay? The flat surface to put on top of something else. You cannot stack a cone on top of a cone if it's filled in the middle like this. Look what will happen, okay? But if a cone is hollowed out in the center, like look at Brady's obstacle course cones. If it's hollowed out, you can put a cone on top of a cone. But the only way you can stack a cone with another solid shape is if you're going to have it solid here in the middle, filled in the middle, and you can place it right on top of another shape like that then. The one that for certain does all three things, slide, rolls, and stacks, is the cylinder. You could possibly do that with the cone. It just depends on what type of cone you're working with. So let's go take another look at these shapes here, Mr. Black. I'm going to do the same thing we did with the 2D shapes. I'm going to go ahead and point to the different ones, and you say out loud to somebody at home what the names of these shapes are. All right, follow my finger. Okay.
That was easy.
Did you get them all? I hope so. I bet you did. All right, let's just review the actions of these one more time. So it's able to roll. This is our sphere. It is able to stack. It is able to roll. And it is able to slide. This is our cylinder. It is able to slide and you can stack it. This is our cube, okay? You can stack it if you just use the flat surface on top of another shape like that, okay? Or you can roll it around its center point. That was a funny roll. Let's try that again. There we go. And you can slide it on the flat circular bottom. So it could possibly do all three, and that was our cone. All right, we got it, guys. Now, I would like you to meet my son, Brady. He's going to come in. We collected some things from around the house for your three-dimensional shapes, since those were the newest shapes that we were working on. You're going to find 2D and 3D shapes around your house to fill out your 2D and 3D shape scavenger hunt charts. I'm going to help you a little bit and give you some ideas of some things that you can find. So let's bring Brady in here. Come on in, Brady. Let's start here at the front of the table, honey, if you want to stand right up here. Let's start with the spheres, okay? So it's round in every way. Brady, do you want to tell them some things that we found that were good examples of spheres?
My globe in my room.
Okay, your globe.
A golf ball.
Okay.
A wiffle ball.
You got it.
A Rubik's sphere.
Yep, that works.
A ball.
And
A basketball.
a basketball. Okay. So if you like sports like my son does, and I'm sure you have a lot of different types of balls around the house, that would work perfectly for your spheres. And you can even find some different things that are totally round too in your kitchen or your bedroom or your garage. Okay, now let's look at these right here. I did show them this already, Brady, with the obstacle course cones. So that's an example of a cone. What else do we have here, Brady, that could be a cone? Let me bring this your way so you can hold it up.
We have a headband, a Christmas headband, and there's a cone on top.
Yep, that elf hat is a cone. What else, honey?
I have a Lego wizard, and it has a cone hat.
Yeah?
Can you show me that again, bud?
Bring that in a little bit.
Hang on.
Here, there we go. Okay, Lego wizard with a cone hat.
I have Squishy,
Squishy with an ice cream cone, yeah.
and I have plastic.
A plastic cone from the kitchen, yeah, great, okay. And let's head over here to our cubes now, Brady. Let's bring this out a little bit here so Daddy can see them. All right, I'm gonna hold up each of the cubes that we found.
A Rubik's
Cube.
A top of a lollipop.
Yeah, look at this lollipop. Have you ever seen a lollipop like that before with a perfect cube top? Isn't that pretty cool? All right, go ahead, honey.
A block. It also has circles in the block.
Yeah, it's a cube, but it does have those circles. You're right. That's from a train, his toy train.
A dice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hold it up, bud?
Here you go.
Okay.
Has 6 sides.
Mm-hmm.
This is dog food, and it has cylinders inside of it.
Yes, let me show you this. Okay, we have a cylinder here. Okay, these are Sammy's dog food cans. They're inside this box. So we have cylinders inside of a cube. Isn't that nifty? All right, anything else there, Brady, that are cubes that you want to show us?
We have a robot you can control with a remote.
Yeah, so here's Boxy, and he looks like a cube too. And then I added this. This was our, just a decorative box that we had here in the dining room that I found that looked like a perfect cube, okay? All right, did we get them all there, Mr. Black?
The tissue box.
Oh, thank you, okay. Brady, you want to hold that
we
up?
have tissues.
Yes, perfect. That tissue box is a cube too. Okay, let's move on over here to the cylinders. This was our easiest one to find. We found a lot of cylinders, didn't we, Brady? Okay, so let's look at all these here. Brady, you want to start with this one here?
This is a drum that I made at church.
Right?
This is dog food that we showed you with the cube inside the cube.
Mm-hmm.
This is a speaker.
Mm-hmm. They've seen this before. This is in my classroom when we play music.
This is like this jar and it has paper around it.
Yeah.
It's a Cheerios jar.
Yeah, this is a Cheerios jar that we use in the class to do our cheers. I added that one in there.
We have a candle.
Mm-hmm.
We have slime. When you squish it, it makes a fart noise. And this is full of sugar.
Okay, a sugar canister.
We have a Pringles can. Toilet paper.
Yes, toilet paper roll.
Tomato soup.
Mm-hmm. Tomato soup can.
And Play-Doh.
Right. Okay. All right. So that's what we found. And I also want to show you some additional 3D shapes that are on your chart that you may need to find around the house. If you have some, you can add that to your chart under those columns for these shapes. We have a pyramid. Okay. We have a rectangular prism here. I did see some of those around the house. It was hard to find anything that were the pyramids, and this one right here is a triangular prism. So if you see any of those, you can add it to the chart too. There's one last thing we need to do. I'm gonna open this can of Play-Doh here. I wanted to show you the faces of the three-dimensional shapes before we go today, okay? So if you want to do this at home, just take some Play-Doh, make sure it's nice and moist, and go ahead and flatten it out, all right? And then you're going to stamp your three-dimensional shapes into the Play-Doh so you can see the face of the shape that is made, all right? So let's look at each 3D shape. Let's start here with the sphere. So if I stamp it, what did it make? See that in there? That's a circle. So if I stamp a sphere, the face of it is a circle. All right, now let's go ahead and try to make it flat again. Let's start all over. Okay, let me make it flat again on the table here, Mr. Black. And I'm going to take a cylinder and I'm going to stamp it into the Play-Doh now, okay? All right. And can you see that? It makes a circle too. How about that? You're using the flat surface to make the face, and with a sphere, you just, since there's not a flat surface, you just push it right down in, okay? And then let's try it with the cube here. So let me make it flat again like pizza dough. And we're gonna take that cube and let's stamp it right down in any of the flat surfaces on that cube. Just stamp it right down in. And you should see can you see it, Mr. Black? Here we go, okay? Can you see the face of a cube is a square? And we've got one more left. Let's take the cone. It's got one flat surface, okay? Here it is, let's stamp it down. And what was the face of the cone? It was a circle. So we had circle, circle, we had a square and another circle. All right, awesome. Okay.
That was easy.
I hope this is easy for you when you go to do your scavenger hunts, everybody. It was so nice seeing you again. Good luck with your shapes hunt. See you later, Brady. I'm so glad you got to meet Brady, everybody. All right, see you later, everyone.